Hey guys!
Hey, day 51.
51 days in.
And we're here in Custer still, and we're back in our hotel room with our snazzy buffalo painting.
Because it's cold and rainy again outside.
It is so cold here.
So cold that it snowed again today when we went to Mount Rushmore. Before we went to Mount Rushmore, where did we go?
We went to Crazy Horse.
We did.
Which is a cool monument in progress.
Yep.
It's a giant, big carving into a mountain of Chief Crazy Horse. And it's got a really cool story attached.
It certainly does. So, for those of you who aren't into American Indian folklore and that kind of stuff, Crazy Horse was the only one who did not sign a treaty with the American troops. And there was a misunderstanding and some translation by the sound of it. And the Americans took him to put him behind bars. And in that time, he protested and refused to go. And one of the guards stabbed him in the back, and he passed away.
Yeah. So the monument was created in response, I guess, to the Mount Rushmore monument. Yeah.
It was.
And the chief at the time, he said something to the effect of, the white men need to know that the red man has great heroes too. So they started carving this massive statue, going to be much bigger than Mount Rushmore. It's taking much longer. They're not accepting any federal funds for it. There's a big museum, there's a university attached, they're setting up this whole legacy for the future. They've been at it for about 75 years, and they don't know when it's going to be finished.
One of the bus tour guide said it will be finished on Friday. We just can't tell you what year it will be in.
Yeah, that's it. So that was really cool. We really enjoyed it.
It was great. We really enjoyed Crazy Horse.
And then
loved the legacy that they're leaving as well.
It's really future focused.
Yeah,
which is cool. What did we do after that?
We went round to Mount Rushmore. Very different, but similar in that it's a carving of 4 of the US presidents. They are
Washington,
Lincoln, Jefferson, and
Teddy Roosevelt. There we go.
Yep, I remembered all 4 of them.
Oh man. Yeah. So that was cool. Definitely a cool looking sculpture.
Yeah. Very talented. So very similar measuring and carving techniques. So the initial artist who started Crazy Horse did work on Mount Rushmore, and it was the Indian chiefs who actually approached, I can't even remember the dude's name, to go and carve Crazy Horse. So he actually started at Mount Rushmore.
And then moved over. Yeah. But interestingly, Mount Rushmore we found to be very show-offy.
Very much so. So you drive up the driveway to attend the memorial, and you get your little parking ticket, and then you drive in, and it was like driving into Carindale. It had this 5-6 story massive concrete car park, and then you get out of your car, you pay for your ticket, and then you go upstairs. And so when you go upstairs, you're met with this massive front, all made out of stone and granite, and it's all carved. It's very lovely done, and you know, it says Mount Rushmore and what have you, but you can't see the presidents from that point until you walk through the threshold underneath this massive monument out the other side, and then you look down this corridor where all the flags are, and then you finally see the 4 presidents at the top carved in stone.
Yeah, it was really interesting. It's very much about celebrating the past, and the whole thing felt to us as Aussies, it felt a bit like it was just all saying America's the greatest place ever. These 4 people are
platformed.
Platformed. They were awesome.
I think they achieved great things in their time.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I think platforming people who do great things is a good thing to acknowledge.
There was an additional level of patriotic reverence.
Very much so.
And it was all about looking backwards, not looking forwards. It was very much about, look what we did. No one will ever be as good as we are now.
Yeah. And I think that's interesting, given that we did both Mount Rushmore and Crazy Horse on the same day. And I think given that Australia has progressed so much in acknowledging Aboriginal Torres Strait Islanders within our own culture and how we embrace that on a daily basis, I think it's somewhat disappointing that another Western country hasn't been able to progress at the same speed and rate that I guess other Western countries are, acknowledging the past and the wrongs that have been done, but also then reflecting on how as a community and a nation we can move forward. And I think that was what was missing at Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, very much. Yeah. Anyway, then it was raining.
Again. Oh, well, at Mount Rushmore, it was snowing when we left.
Yeah.
So still cold. Really cold here.
Yeah. So we thought, let's stay in the car, and we did another lap of the Custer State Park Wildlife Loop. Yeah. So that pass was still valid, so we thought, let's go see the bison again. So we did.
And we did see bison, but we didn't see as many close up as what we did yesterday. Yeah. So I think we had a really good day yesterday. All the calves were running. It was still sunny outside. They were being very playful, and we got to see them up nice and close. Whereas today, we could still see that same herd, but they'd moved over the spring of water, the little river. So they're on the other side of the pastures, which was lovely to see, but they just weren't as close. Not like yesterday.
Yeah. So that was that.
Yeah.
That was our day. Then we had Mexican for dinner.
We went back to the same Mexican we had not last night, the night before, because it was so good. And we got the same thing.
And it was so good again.
Again. Yeah. ×2.
Yeah, fantastic. Okay, well, you got anything else?
Nope.
All right, that's it. Well, if you ever have the chance to come to South Dakota and see Crazy Horse and Mount Rushmore,
just say yes.
Okay, see ya.
Bye, guys.